Hi, welcome once again to Starseed Rising 333. I'm glad you tuned back into this channel. And if it's your first time, welcome. Once again, I'd like to thank all my viewers, my subscribers, my supporters, anyone who have clicked the like button in the past, who have left comments, who have shared my videos. Thank you ever so much for your support. Whatever you did in the past and what you're about to do now is much appreciated, and it does help the channel. And if you do enjoy this video, please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe or share, or just leave a comment. My topic today is called Mankind's Search for God, Religion and Spirituality. Now, this video was made to provide a better understanding of the difference between religion and spirituality, because most people, okay, um, or even you, the viewer, are aware of the desire, okay, for the meaning, purpose, and connecting to a higher power, and also searching or longing, all right, to have a relationship with the divine or higher power. I call him Allah because I am a Muslim. Now, this topic, okay, when it comes to having a better understanding about religion and spirituality, it doesn't mean, okay, if you are on a religious path, all right, you do not have a spiritual connection with the divine or higher power. Okay, now, first of all, I just want to tell you a little bit, to tell you um a little bit, okay, about the different uh, paths, all right, of those religions who are sort of like more um or who have moved more to with the spiritual path, and those that have also moved more towards the religious path. Now, all religion, all right, all religion is based on the so-called Abrahamic faith, all right, although it is believed, all right, that Abraham was a prophet, all right. Um, yes, that is correct, but he wasn't the first prophet, as some religions so believe. Okay, the first prophet was Noah, all right, and the reason for that is because there was a lot of lawlessness, all right, before the great flood, all right, and Noah was sent, he was ordained, all right, to preach to the people, to tell them that they need to change their ways, or if not, that the Most High is going to sort of, like open the heavens, and there's going to be a great flood, and there's going to be loss of life. All right. Now, um, I just want to just tell you again the reason why, all right, there was a lot of lawlessness, okay, from what I have learned from the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, who is the now leader of the Nation of Islam. Lawlessness, okay, started um, from a man called Shabazz, because from what I've learned, that the black race was the first race that was on the earth, and Shabazz, okay, he was a black man, and he was the first rebel. All right, he was the first rebel on this planet Earth, and he obviously rebelled against the Most High, and that obviously resulted in lawlessness, and that's why Allah the Creator had to send a prophet, which was Noah, all right, to to tell people that they need to stop all that, the wickedness and whatever. If not, then the Most High was going to bring about the great um flood. All right, but obviously Abraham himself, oh yes, that he was a very faithful servant, very upright, all right, very obedient, and because of his faith, all right, to the Most High, that's the reason why most religions, or I should say, I would say all religion, okay, is based on the Abrahamic faith, all right, and as well as the promise, because of his because of his faith to Allah the Creator, the Most High uh, made a promise to Abraham. All right. So now the three main stems, okay, of religion, all right, is Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. Okay. Now, however, most religious sects and cults have um, have come from these main stems. Okay, most of them are still heavily focused, all right, on traditional belief systems, ideologies, philosophies, practices, and teachings, okay, which is very much connected, okay, to the birth of Christianity, okay, and sadly, many religious organizations, all right, cult sects are now operating more like a business than a place of refuge or a real place of worship. All right. Now, and even when you study, okay, other faiths which take a more spiritual approach, okay, or path, they too um also have accepted or embodied some of the belief systems, ideologies, philosophies, and practices connected to the birth of Christianity. For example, if you look at Hinduism, okay, all Hindus, you know, believe that every person is intrinsically divine, and the purpose of life is to seek and realize the divine is within all of us. Okay, but again, if you um want to look closely, okay, at the different systems in India, for example, where Gandhi is from, and he was someone who preached or believed in peace, in love and oneness, but yet still there is the casting system exists there, okay, and which is very much linked to colorism, okay, and um which doesn't make sense. And I know that some people will say, oh well, this came about uh when uh during colonialism, but that doesn't make sense, because obviously, shouldn't um what the Most High, what the whoever, whichever God, okay, although they recognize and have different gods, okay, but isn't love more important? Isn't love above all? Isn't love supposed to conquer, hate, war and so forth? So it doesn't make sense that and especially when it comes to Gandhi was a very popular man. He was very respected. So it doesn't make sense. Okay, why a place like India, okay, who most of India, the majority of India is the religion is Hindu, all right, who believes, okay, that the God is within all of us. But then if that's the case, why is there a casting system? All right. And if you were to closely look at the the I should say Muslim community, all right, um again, or the Islamic community, is the same thing, all right. And again, with the Islamic community, okay, there's a huge problem in terms of discrimination, all right. And also there's a problem with racism as well. All right, you'll find that a lot of the lighter or fair skin Asians look down on the darker skin. All right, as well, and they also look down on other, like for example, they look down on people who are black, okay, as well as other people of color, especially if they are fairer in skin color, right? And then you have the problem with sexism, okay, which shouldn't really exist, because at the end of the day, from what I have learned from the Honorable Louis Farrakhan, who is the leader of the Nation of Islam, where he says God made woman to excel the man, okay, and vice versa. Okay, a man cannot exist without a woman, and it's the same. And Allah himself, the creator himself, okay, embodies both masculine and feminine energies. So really and truly, racism, sexism shouldn't exist, as well as the treatment of women, all right? And, at the end of the day, we have to, again, and the reason why you may argue, if you are a Muslim that's watching this, you may say, well, no, that's not true. But then again, when you look at the Islamic faith, what is happening is that a lot of women are treated as second class citizens. And this is the same thing. And what if you go back in time and study, okay, about the motive of why Constantine wanted to create a man-made religion? Sorry, the reason why the motive, okay, why Constantine wanted to create a religion, because he wanted a religion that is ruled by a man. And obviously, if you study all the systems of the world, whether it's an organization, whether it's whatever type of organization it is, you still find that women are still treated as second class citizens, and that shouldn't be the case. At the end of the day, that men and women should be treated equally, because if women weren't around, then men wouldn't exist, and vice versa. All right, all right, and it doesn't matter whether if you are a gay person, okay, or a lesbian individual watching this video. That's just a fact. Okay, that's just the way. It doesn't mean that I'm against gays or lesbians, but we wouldn't exist without the man and the woman. All right. But at the end of the day, we should see God in everyone, because God is love. Okay. God is in everything. All right. God is universal. All right. Now, again, whether you belong to a faith that operates towards the spiritual instead of the religious path, okay, or vice versa, we should all be operating in the essence of love, all right, and that because as I said before, God is universal, God is love, okay, God is in you, okay, and there should never be an imbalance, okay, between religion and spirituality. It should be operating, or I should say it should be operating at the same level. Okay, unfortunately, people are more concerned with rules, regulations, certain rituals, all right, surrounding their faith, and heavily focus on the guidebooks, all right, and all the great men and prophets of the scriptures of the Holy Bible, all right, as those who were mentioned as well in the Torah and the Quran. None of them were Muslim, they were Jew, okay, and certainly not a Christian. Jesus was not a Christian, he wasn't a Jew, okay. Jesus was a Nazarene, and you can find that information out in the book of Matthew, all right, in the New Testament, okay. Now, and again, if you were to go back in time, all right, the original faith, okay, or religion that was given to man was Islam. Okay, and you can find that information in the Quran, all right, because the Quran was the last testament that was given to Prophet Muhammad, okay, to rectify, okay, the damage that was done, all right, when they were constructing the Holy Bible, because I believe, all right, there was up to 13 books, okay, that um, are missing. Okay, and a lot of words were added in, a lot of words were taken out, a lot of verses were put in, some were taken out, and a lot of words were just mixed about. All right, so again, so the Quran is the last of it. It's basically it's a book to help to bring some justice, okay, to the Holy Bible. All right, so a lot of things that are missing from the Holy Bible, you can refer to the Quran, okay, to fill in those gaps, okay, which of these books and verses that were missing. All right. So really and truly, okay, when this man, okay, was created, all right, to be on the first on this planet, all right, the first faith that was given to this man, all right, it was Islam. Okay, at that time there was no mosque, church, synagogue, shrine, or temple. All right. And these buildings, okay, that were later built by man. All right. The scriptures in the Holy Bible, it describes the human body. All right. The human body as the real house or real temple, okay, of God. And God, Allah, the creator, is the master builder. All right. And when God, Allah, all right, the creator, gave this man his the faith, which is Islam, which means to be obedient and submissive to do the will of God. Okay, and by doing so, okay, by this man being obedient, okay, that itself, okay, would create a unique special bond, okay, so all right, and also a greater connection or continuous connection with the Most High. You right. Now spirituality, okay, some of the things that I just want to just um quickly just I just want to just talk briefly about the understanding of what spirituality should be all about. Okay, and it doesn't matter whether you are religious, you say you describe yourself as being religious or spiritual or both. Okay, spirituality should be all about you. Okay, it should be all about you. Okay, and you having a similar personal relationship with the divine, just like all the great men, all right, of the past, all right, including whether it's Abraham, whether it's Noah, whether it was Job, whether it's Jesus, okay, all of or Moses, okay, and it's also to do with having a oneness, okay, with the divine or higher power, because we are all unique and all of us have our own unique path, okay, and challenges. So it's all about having oneness, okay, and a personal relationship. And that's something that no other person can give to you, and it can never be the act, it cannot be the same. It will be similar, but never the same. All right. And most religious organizations, cults, or sects restrict people, okay, on how, okay, they should think and what they should say. All right. They also teach and make you believe that it's only one way to interpret the scriptures, when four four people could read the scriptures. It doesn't matter which book. All right, and they all can have different interpretations, all right, of it. So it's all about going within, taking time out for yourself, talking to your higher power. All right, because that's why we have what we call the sixth sense, okay, which is the third eye, which is a very beautiful gift by the Most High, okay, and it's like a spiritual compass that we can use, all right, to tap in. Okay, there is a lot of wisdom and things that we can get from within us, okay, that's why Jesus of 2,000 years ago, he says the kingdom is within you, okay, but it's all about connecting with your higher power, all right, to give you the ability to go within, all right, to retrieve whatever information, whatever wisdom that is buried inside you, okay, to create that heaven on earth, which we all pray for, all right. And this is the one of the verses that's in the most popular prayer that Jesus taught his disciples, which is the Lord's Prayer. Okay, and another thing that you also have to remember as well, or take into consideration, that the same system, okay, that was used to create the birth of Christianity was the same system that crucified Jesus of 2,000 years ago. Okay, and unfortunately, like when this Emperor Constantine of Rome wanted to create, all right, a man-made religion. he brought a lot of his like pagan rituals, okay, to be embodied in Christianity as well. All right, and he also invented the cross, because the original symbol, okay, for Christians or those who um followed Jesus was the fish. Okay, and Christian is just a name that was given. Okay, it came about in a place called Antioch. Okay, to just identify the followers of Christ after Jesus died. Okay, and that's where the name Christian came about. But Jesus, if you were to do your research, Jesus wasn't a Christian, and he also wasn't a Jew, even though people said that, oh, he was the king of Jews. Well, the reason why they described him as the king of Jews is because the Jews at that time, they had deviated, okay, and Jesus had to come, all right, to um to sort of lead them back onto the straight path, all right, and also to also um uh again enable, okay, mankind, all right, to receive salvation through the Most High, okay, through him as well, okay, because of one man disobedience, sin came into the world, all right, and as a result we all inherited sin, okay. So Jesus had to come, all right, to help us again to be redeemed, all right. So again, the Jesus of 2000 years ago, okay, if you want to study his life, he did not he didn't stand for wickedness, hatred, corruption, manipulation, or have a desire to control anybody. All right, okay, and any person, he was basically, Jesus was a man of liberation and of change. Okay, any person who embodied or operated in Christ's consciousness, okay, was seen as a threat and were either prosecuted, okay, or prosecuted and killed. All right, and I'll just tell you again, and I just want to just remind you about, so whether you are, as I said, describe yourself as being religious, or spiritual, or both. Okay, the religious spiritual journey, okay, should be about love and freedom, and not being restricted and living in fear. Okay, it should be about acknowledging and worshiping uh, the creator, okay, striving to be obedient and doing his will, okay, and encouraging the people, not restricting them, encouraging them, okay, to have a oneness with God the creator, or the divine or higher power. All right, it's all about learning and sharing your personal experiences. It's about self-discovery, spiritual growth, expanding in knowledge and understanding. It's all about finding and living your true life purpose. It's all about being a free soul, all right, being a free soul, a free thinker, all right, and not allowing another person to manage your relationship with the higher power or creator, okay. And you should always remember, okay, um that God, Allah the Creator, I call him Allah because I'm a Muslim, okay, or higher power is not only within you, but also he should be out of you. All right. So, to conclude, okay, before, all right, you describe yourself as being religious or spiritual, you must ask yourself this question: if Jesus of 2000 years ago was to return in the flesh, you should ask yourself, would I be fit to sit at his table? All right. So I hope this, whatever messages that came out here today, just to talk more about what religion is all about, what spirituality is all about, okay, and just to give you a better understanding, okay, the difference between religion and spirituality as well. So, once again, I'd like to thank all my viewers, my subscribers, my supporters, anyone who have shared my videos, who have left um, comments, click the like button. Thank you ever so much for your support. And if you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to click the like button, subscribe or share, or just leave a comment. Thank you for watching. See you next time, and goodbye.